If you didn't already know it, you are the product being manipulated and used, and AI will do anything to keep you there. What is right? What is wrong? What is allowed? What is not? It's a vicious cycle that weeds out dissent and critique. Nuance isn't allowed. I don't necessarily mean from a political standpoint, although I can't completely disregard this angle. So whether you're right-leaning or left-leaning or something else, suppression is a real thing for all sides. Discussion and understanding aren't good for business. There's a small Overton window of allowed discourse, and if you stray outside of that window, everything is done to squash you or hide you away. And I don't necessarily mean just extreme points of view. Take, for example, war. War is incredibly destructive and awful. So many innocent lives are lost and trillions of dollars are wasted. For what? Profits for corporations and defense contractors, and territory for the geopolitical chessboard, but nothing that directly helps you or I. But advocate against war, or try to make changes to stop war, and the entire internet will miraculously find a way to critique you, destroy you, and silence you. You are just one small voice in a sea of manipulation, money, and power. And that's not all. The AI and algorithms are used to push public opinion. World news is pushed only by a handful of specific people, carefully selected and manicured for you. For every hot-button issue, there is a deliberate and more often than not manufactured angle which is going to be pushed towards you to keep you fighting rather than collectively coming together. Let's briefly talk about the recently ended conflict. The fact of the matter is that no matter what time we left that country, it was going to collapse. 10 years ago, today, or 10 years from now. This is a fact, but they don't want that to be a fact. Obviously, the powers that be wanted us to stay there indefinitely because it is so lucrative. There are so many natural resources to pillage, and the money made by defense contractors was so great, we gotta stay there forever. Thankfully, public opinion was against this. People were tired of it and just wanted it to end. Americans need help over here, not more endless nonsense thousands of miles away. Now, notice how the dynamic shifted when the pullout started. Every major news organization went into overdrive doing everything they could to get back in. Every news channel, every website, every major influencer on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, any person that stood out there saying, "Hey, this is a good thing, bring them home," was crushed by an overwhelming majority online saying the opposite. Now this is incredibly weird, considering the vast majority of Americans say the exact opposite. Stuff like this is the perfect example, because you can really see where things aren't adding up. I'm not here to argue the details of leaving. I could make an hour-long video on that, or the political angle, or any of that. If you have that deep urge to go into that, I must ask you to stay on topic. The anger and engagement and fighting is all a distraction. The point I'm making is that when there is a narrative or an angle they want, they are going to do everything to get it. It's creepy, it's weird, and it's unsettling.